Your State Inside TV documentary. Powered by Hand Plus Sanitizer.
Jharkhand. They say heaven is a paradise, a place with utmost beauty that seems unprecedented and unimaginable. And Jharkhand, my friends, is the existing embodiment of this heaven on earth, with food of tastes never been discovered before, and culture rich and full of traditions. The state of Jharkhand is truly one of a kind, providing the world with a unique past, present, and seemingly enriching future. In today's session of State Inside, we'll be looking into many awe inspiring aspects of this remarkable state. The word Jhar means bush and Khand means land. Thus, Jharkhand means land of bush or land of forest. Now, let's talk about the history of Jharkhand. Jharkhand is known for its intriguing history and entangling past. The region has been inhabited since the Mesolithic Catholic period, basically the 8000 BC, as shown by several ancient cave paintings. Now, for those who don't know about Palamu, Palamu is one of the 24 districts of Jharkhand. The administrative headquarters of the district is in Medininagar, situated on the Keel rivers, and Kabrakala is a small village in Palamu. Kabrakala Mound, at the confluence of Sun and North Keel rivers in Palamu district, various antiquities and art objects have been found, which are from the Neolithic to the medieval period. During the medieval period, the region was ruled by Nagwanshi, Ramgarh Raj, and the Chiru ruler. The Mughal influence reached Palamu during the reign of Emperor Akbar, when it was first invaded by Raja Mansingh in 1574. Several invasions took place during the Mughal rule. The king Medini Rai ruled from 1658 to 1674 in Palamu. His rule extended to areas in South Gaya and Hazirabad. He attacked Navratangar and defeated the Nagwanshi Maharaja of Chota Nagpur. The Chiru rule in Palamu region lasted till the 19th century, until internal conflict between various factions weakened the Chirus and they were defeated by the East India Company. Later, Palamu estate was sold by the British. And as you guys can see, here is a world map and where Jharkhand lies. And this is where Palamu lies in Jharkhand. And this is a picture of Nagwanshi, one of the rulers of Jharkhand during the medieval period. So now, let's talk about the colonial era. Region under kings of Chiru dynasty, Nagwanshi dynasty, Ramgarh, and Kharagdia became parts of territories of East India Company. Ramgarh Raj, along with estates of other chiefs in the regions, was permanently settled as Zamindari estate. The Kharagdia Rajas were settled as Rajas or Rajdhanvar in 1809. The Kharagdia Gadis were separately settled as Zamindari estates. Some of the notable Kharagdia Zamindari estates were Kodarma, Gada Palangi, and Ledogadi. Now that I've talked about history, aren't you guys interested about the culture of Jharkhand?
The rich culture and heritage of Jharkhand leave no doubt to the presence of thousands of tourists that visit Jharkhand every year. Language. Hindi is the official language of Jharkhand. There are many regional and tribal languages in Jharkhand. The regional languages that belong to the Indo-Aryan branch are Kurta, Nagpuri, and Kudmali, spoken by the Sadan. The languages that belong to the Austro-Asiatic branch are Mundari, Santali, and Ho. The languages that belong to the Dravidian language family are Kuruk and Malto. Cuisine. The staple foods in Jharkhand are rice, dal, and vegetables and tubers. Some dishes include chilka roti, malpua, duska, arsa roti, and litti choka. Festivals. Karam is a major native festival of Jharkhand. It is celebrated on the 11th day of the full moon of the month of Bhado by the Sadan and the tribal people of Jharkhand. During this festival, people bring branches of the Karam tree to the village and then place them on the ground. The branches are washed with milk and handia and decorated with garlands, curd, rice, flowers, and grains. Sohrai is the cattle festival of Jharkhand. It is celebrated during the Amavasya of the month Kartik. It coincides with the Diwali festival. People fast throughout the day and bathe their cattle. In the evening, sacrifices are offered to the cattle deity. Other festivals like Jitiya, Navakanni, and Sarna are also celebrated. Folk dances. Jumer. Being a popular folk dance in Jharkhand, it is performed during harvest and festival season in which people hold hands and dance in circles. It is a folk dance of Sadan, a native Indo-Aryan ethnic groups of Jharkhand. There are varieties to this dance such as Korta Jumer, Nagpuri Jumer, and Kurmali Jumer. Domkach is a Nagpuri folk dance performed by the family of the bridegroom on the occasion of marriage. The theme of the songs carried in this dance is satirical. In the first picture, you can see them perform the Jumer folk dance, and in the second picture, you can see them perform the Domkach folk dance. Paintings. Sahrai painting is performed during the Sohrai festival. Various designs are painted in courtyards and on walls. But this diverse culture is all because of the people of Jharkhand.
Yes, I agree with you. The people of Jharkhand are just as amazing as the state, unity being the base of their traditional etiquette. And so I'm going to talk about the demographics of Jharkhand. Population. According to the 2011 Indian census, Jharkhand has a population of 32.498 million, consisting of 16.93 million males and 16.05 million females. The sex ratio is 947 females to 1,000 males. The literacy rate of the state was 67.63%, in which Ranchi district was most educated at 77.13%, compared to rural Pakur district being at least at 50.17%. This is the table which represents the population growth in different years, and that's the pyramid chart of 2011 census. Languages. Hindi is the official language in Jharkhand and is spoken by people of the state, although different regions have their own languages. These include Nagpuri, Korta, Kurmali, Maghi, and Bhojpuri. Jharkhand has also has accorded second language status to Anjika, Bengali, Bhojpuri, Ho, Karya, Kurk, Korta, Kurmali, Maghi, Maithili, Mundari, Nagpuri, Odia, Santali, and Urdu. As per the 2011 census, Hindu are majority in Jharkhand state. Hinduism constitutes 67.83% of the Jharkhand population. Hindus form majority in 19 out of 24 districts in Jharkhand state. Muslims are minority in Jharkhand state, forming 14.53% of the total population. Christianity constitutes 4.3% of the total population. Other religions, primarily Sainism, constitute 12.8% of the population.
Wow, the diversity and richness of Jharkhand is truly magnificent. Talent also never runs low among the people of Jharkhand, with personalities exceeding beyond the unimaginable in various fields. So I'm going to talk about the famous personalities in Jharkhand. I bet everyone knows who this person is. Yes, it's Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Born in 7th July 1981, is a former Indian international cricketer who captained the Indian national team in limited over formats from 2007 to 2016 and in Test cricket from 2008 to 2014. He's widely regarded as one of the best wicketkeeper, batsman, and captain of the history of the game. He was also the first wicketkeeper to effect 100 stumpings in ODI cricket. Deepika Kumari, born 13 June 1994, is an Indian athlete who competes in the event of archery. Is currently ranked world number 9 and is a former world number 1. She won a gold medal in the 2010 Commonwealth Games in the women's individual recurve event. She also won a gold medal in the same competition in the women's team recurve event along with Dola Banerjee and Bombela Devi. Kumari qualified for the 2012 Summer Olympics in London, where she competed in the women's individual and women's team events, finishing in the 8th place in the latter. She was conferred the Arjuna Award, India's second highest sporting award, in the year 2012 by President of India, Pranab Mukherjee. In February 2014, she was honored with the FICCI Sportsperson of the Year award. The Government of India awarded her with the Civilian Honor of the Padma Shri in 2016. R. Madhavan, born 1st June 1970, is an Indian actor, writer, and film producer who predominantly appears in Tamil and Hindi language films. Madhavan has won 4 Filmfare Awards South and 3 Tamil Nadu State Film Awards. He has been described as one of the few actors in India who is able to achieve pan Indian appeal, having appeared in films from 7 different languages. Madhavan is noted for his philanthropic activities and promotes various causes such as environment, health, and education. He's particularly vocal about the protection of animals and was awarded PETA's Person of the Year recognition in 2011.
Ah, I see. People of Jharkhand are some of the most empathetic, providing aid to help prevent certain endangered animals from extinction. Jharkhand, not only thriving with wildlife, scrumptious local delicacies, and kind people, it also has some of the most mind blowing formations of nature. Now, let's look into one aspect of Jharkhand that really makes it famous. It's so hard to pick just one unique as well as famous thing of Jharkhand. But how can someone forget the beauty of its capital? Ranchi, the city of waterfalls. Ranchi, the capital of Jharkhand, is also known as the city of waterfalls. This picturesque city offers a scenic view of many waterfalls, rock formations, and hillocks. What makes it even better is that you can come here any time of the year and enjoy the beauty of the city. Some of the tourist sightseeing attractions in Ranchi include the Dasam Falls, Jonha Falls, Hirni Falls, Kundru Falls, Ranchi Hill, Tagore Hill, Ranchi Lake, and more. Here's a pic of the Dasam Falls and the Tagore Hill. But is that all you ask? No! Do you know that Jharkhand had its own crocodile breeding grounds? Yes, located 36 kilometers away from Ranchi, Muta Crocodile Breeding Center is an awe-inspiring establishment that houses a diverse blend of wild animals. Popular for its breeding rotations for crocodiles, here tourists can catch a glimpse of the gigantic reptile in the marshy waters of the evergreen Bhairavi rivulet. That's all, folks. Hope you all have learned quite a bit from this week's episode of State Insight. We'll meet you next week with an evergreen state of Kerala. Until then, bye bye and good night.
Your State Insight TV documentary. Co-sponsored by Dettol. Be 100% sure.